long before time had a name. And the first Spinjitzu master... Wait, no. Back a very long time ago, at the beginning of the game, we had a few different exploits. One required F1 cars. One required planes. One was this right here. You would go on the half pipe and go back and forth endlessly. One side to the other. The best way of doing it was going up, switching about, and then doing that. And that would get you insane amounts, because they didn't used to do this thing where it says max. You can see it says max on every single one of these. They patched this out quick. When I found out about this, a day, 2 days after it was fixed. But it was insane when it was first in the game. Now, not so much. It's not been good for a very long time. Some people still think it is because guides saying that it is are still around. I have an updated guide for a very long time that shows that this isn't the best. Instead, it's stuff like high-speed takedown. But this event came back as the best for one specific reason. When they added the race creator in the Crew Motorfest, they added some other changes that made the game a little bit broken. Now, not as broken in a fun way as the race creator is now, in a video that either is coming out soon or isn't out yet. I don't know yet, but you'll see it. In that video, I talk about how the race creator is a lot more fun with a bunch of weird broken stuff. But here's what happened in the Crew Motorfest. Did I say Motorfest? Have I been saying Motorfest? The Crew 2 is what I meant. So let me explain how you actually do this exploit. And while I explain, thank you to Gamer Advantage for sponsoring the channel. Now, one big advantage to the filter system in the community races is you can filter and go by sort most played. These will show you all of the 0 mile race, 0 mile, 0 mile, 0 mile, and some others, but mostly all 0 mile. But what's the advantage to Gamer Advantage? Well, first of all, we go to any of these races, and the way the exploit works is you just go through the checkpoint. They will be very, very short. But it's as simple as this. Not as simple as heading over to the link to the Gamer Advantage website in the description, heading over there and picking up yourself some Gamer Advantage glasses. But now you have those glasses, what will they do? And now you have 4 billion icon points in the game. What do you do? Because after you do that event, you'll notice that the end of event screen there was a bit weird. That's because you head over here and you would have had 4 billion icon points to put on. 4 billion. Do you know how much money you could get with that? Way more than it would cost to keep your eyes protected when using screens for this long during the day. See, I'm someone who has a few blue light glasses, but they just don't compare to Gamer Advantage ones. See, when I wear my blue light glasses, and I also have my headset on for a very long time, straight away, I start getting pain right above my ears. So not only do Gamer Advantage glasses help much more for that, but once you get those 4 billion icon points, you have to sit here and put on those icon points individually for hours and hours and hours to get that 40 million% boost, because that's the maximum you can get. But you have to spend hours sat here, hours staring at a screen. But thanks to Gamer Advantage's clinically proven results, you can see massive improvements in your sleep, headaches, and eye strain from doing all of this. Because not only do you have to put on these icon points all the way endlessly, or use an auto clicker to do so, and while you use that auto clicker, use Gamer Advantage's AR glasses try on, which I found crazy cool and helped me pick these ones right here. Once you have put on your icon points, you can then go to the map, because if you go off of the menu, it will cancel. It'll break the game. It'll stop the game. You have to go onto the map, or else it will break with however many icon points you put on. Because again, you could go up to 40 million icon points. You could go up to 40 million%. And then you just head over to the monster truck track here, hop in your monster truck, and make your way over to the old school, grinding method. A big car for some big savings this Black Friday. If you are wanting to pick up these incredibly stylish glasses that are also made to be worn wherever you go, that I most definitely choose to, you can get 40% off at Gamer Advantage. But not only that, you can then stack an extra 10% off with code SidWaj at checkout. So that's how people used to get millions of icon points, millions of followers in the game, and that's how you can pick up your first pair of Gamer Advantage glasses. For whatever reason, this wouldn't apply in events. You couldn't finish an event and have the icon points apply, meaning you wouldn't get followers, you wouldn't get any of the different ones that are unlimited apply when you do anything in events. Money, you wouldn't get that, you wouldn't get the followers, you wouldn't get the parts, you wouldn't get the lucky. None of it would count if you did it through an event. Now, seeming as you could get up to about, what, 40 or 400 million, which would be about, I think it was, what, percent? So it would be about 4 million percent, something or other, because it adds 0.1, I think, per node. That's 0.1%. Probably around 4 million to 400 million percent boost if you were patient enough or had an auto clicker to have every single icon point activated. But on events, you'd still get the exact same number. The reason the old school followers grinding has made a return is because the only place these icon points would apply, not skills, not events, was in the open world. You could instantly get 20,000, 40,000, 100,000 icon points. People were banking millions of icon points in 1 minute. In a minute. I knew people who did this. I asked my chat. We got yes, yes. Honestly, I've never tried it. Some people checked it out but didn't. Some people did, and some people hadn't even heard about it until this stream right here. Incredibly surprising, honestly. In fact, I know someone who had an automatic toothbrush that they had rigged up to vibrate on the X button to spam on icon points. That's how desperate people were for this exploit. In fact, I don't even know the official number, but there is now tens of thousands of icon 9999s. The maximum icon you can be in the game. There is now tens of thousands of them over every platform. All of the leaderboards mean nothing now. Everyone has the icon cars. Everyone has the icon 9999. I never did it in the end. I got 4,500 legit on this account. I thought about doing it on PC, but I didn't in the end. I also was gonna make a video on it, but I'm a content creator on this game. To make a video when, you know, I'd rather keep a better relationship with the crew and them so I can get you guys even better content, I just didn't think it was right to make a video on such a game-breaking exploit. But this truly was the most broken exploit in the entire game. People getting icon 9999 in 1 day. And what did they do? Well, they finally patched it. But that's all they did. Because not a single repercussion has landed on the feet of anyone who did this exploit. They've not had their icons reset. They've not had anything reset. They've not had a temporary ban. They've not had money that they made removed. Because the reason people got to icon 9999 is so they then had 333 icon points. Sorry, 3,333 icon points on the pilot menu. The maximum amount that you can get. See, I've only got 1,371. But if you have icon 9999, you have 3,333. Which is a lot of icon points. That's 333% boost on bucks. And that actually used to apply. Those icon points that you would get actually would apply to events. What do you guys think about the fact that no repercussions were given to anyone who used the exploit. Obviously, there's people who have used the exploit in chat, but what do you guys think should have happened? I think at least an icon reset, if they could do something like that. I guess the big issue is maybe that's just something that they couldn't do. Huge W/L? As in it's both? 40 million% popular is insane. Maybe they just don't care about the game. I didn't even talk about the reason that there's so many as well is because this exploit was added with the race creator. This exploit has been in the game for a total, let me see how long actually. How are they gonna know who did the exploit? That's kind of a fair point. I mean, I'm just assuming that they have some stats that can tell. I don't know, like maybe okay, look, I was just assuming there might have been some really obvious stats, but no, you're right, maybe there was no way to tell. Since July 5th is when this exploit made its way into the game. This exploit has been in the game for 137 days. I did not do it until the exploit was 4 months old. Many players did it, and Motorfest was going to release. They couldn't afford to ban people. Also, Ubisoft don't really care about the Crew 2. I mean, that's completely true. A leaker who used to leak things on the Crew 2 never got repercussions other than just simple takedowns. The first time he leaked Motorfest, instantly got taken down. His account taken down. Motorfest coming out, so obviously their focus was on that. I understand that. But it would have been as simple as just adding a race minimum. Just add a limit. Delete all the races that are less than 1 mile, less than 2 miles. Done. It's that simple. Then people can't get the exploit. Don't fix the intricacies on why the exploit happens. Fix the thing that gets it to happen. Then worry about the other thing. A race creator minimum would have stopped so many players from breaking the game. But no, instead they let it ride for 137 days. But I do understand if you really waited. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't a content creator, I probably would have done it. Forza Horizon 5 also had a huge money glitch and got patched immediately and rolled back. I don't think you should ban people. Yeah, banning, I can understand if that's annoying. Absolutely. I would also say don't ban. Because it's never been done before, people have never been warned or anything. But to not have any technology to get rid of it, what happens if something like this appears in Motorfest? You just have to cope that people are... I mean, that's currently going on in Motorfest. People are exploiting macros and stuff, and they're kind of managing to fight it, but not really. It's crazy how people actually discovered the exploit and made it work, and Ivory Tower just respected the grind. I imagine they were very upset, but just didn't do anything about it for so many days. And now we just deal with it. That so many people are Icon 9999. It's a game that no one really cares about now, I guess, but they're updating it, and people are back to maybe trying to care about it. So I guess we see the long-term effects of this, and yes, this update, November 15th, the glitch finally got patched. Thank you to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Danimal the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members, HK. That's going to be about it for me, boys. I will see you boys in the next one in a